Assalamu alaikum, doctor, and good morning, guys. We are Group B, and this is our group project, Baidu in Brazil. This is our group member Qin Zhen, Li Yuchao, Ding Zikang, Liu Yixiao, Jun Mengya, and the leader He Shulin. We have 4 parts of this presentation, as you can see. Okay, let's start with the first paper.
Background of Baidu's establishment. At the end of 1999, Robin Li, who was based in Silicon Valley, sees a huge potential for the development of the internet and Chinese search engine service in China. With the dream of changing the world with technology, he resigned from his well-paid job in Silicon Valley and founded Baidu in Zhongguancun on January 12,000 with his patented search engine technology. The company has grown from less than 10 people to over 18,000 employees. Today, Baidu is the most popular and influential Chinese website in China. From its heyday in 26, when Baidu announced Japan as its first international launchpad, to 2015, when it regrettably announced the closure of its search engine and withdrawal from the Japanese search market. The shutdown of its core business seems to have announced Baidu's default in Japan, although it still retains its input method and other business. 6 more years later, we find that Baidu has abandoned search but not Japan. Baidu Japan is still headed by Charles Zhang, a senior director of Baidu, as its corporate officer, chairman, and CEO at the same time. Zhang, who is the general manager of Baidu's international business division.
This part is about the background of host country. We chose Brazil as the host country because of its unique geographical conditions. Brazil is the largest country in South America and ranks 5th in the world. With a population of about 210 million, Brazil is the 6th most populous country in the world. The ratio of males to females is 98 to 100. 90% of Brazilian students between the age of 4 and 14 are in education. Brazil's main agricultural exports include fertilizers, pesticides, wheat, and corn. This part is about the risks in the host country. Country risk. Brazil's political, turmoil, economic uncertainty, and other factors have curbed foreign investment in the country. We fell 30% in the first 4 months of this year, and the senior official not only downplays the theater of the virus in wars. Social isolation measures advocates the resumption of work and casually recommends drugs, but also deliberately varieties isolation in actions. And the second is currency risk. The main currency risk remain economic crisis and inflation, as Brazil's growth has slowed since mid-2011 due to the global financial crisis.
Commercial risk. Cross-cultural risk. Number 1, corruption and inefficiency. Because of the system, Brazil has high levels of corruption and low administrative capacity. Number 2, Laws and regulations. Brazilian laws and regulations are liberal and change frequently. Number 3. Preferential policies. Brazil welcomes foreign investment, but the federal government doesn't offer much in the way of incentives. Number 4. Infrastructure problems. Delivery is not timely. Congestion. High transport costs. Number 5. Social security issues. Further economic downturn. Term high employment resulting in frequent strikes. Foreign investors face security risk in Brazil. These risks may become opportunities, and the reason why Baidu chooses Brazil as the location of its internationalization.
Okay, the third part, international strategy. There are many strategies in the world. Import or export, franchising, joint venture, FDI, greenfield investment, and so on. And some of them are suitable to choose for Baidu, like FDI, joint venture. So which is the best strategy? The end result is we choose FDI. Foreigner direct investment often called as FDI. For companies, there are advantages of FDI strategy, such as market diversification, lower labor costs, and maybe some tax incentives and subsidies from host country. And there is still some disadvantages, like high risk to company, such as sometimes investments can result in negative value, and foreign direct investments can be costlier than other investments, and maybe some defenseless cultural issue also. So why is FDI? My partner will answer this. Let's move to the next part.
Then let's talk about why FDI is suitable for Brazil. It is worth mentioning that Brazil is one of the biggest FDI receivers in the world. It is an attractive market for international investors because it's a domestic market of over 210 million inhabitants, and it is also a diversified economy that is less vulnerable to international crisis. And it is also a strategic geographic position that allows easy access to other South American countries. And as part of the country's ongoing effort to strengthen its business environment, Brazil introduced electronic certificates of origin, which reduced the time required for import documentary compliance, facilitating and simplifying the whole process. And the country also made several infrastructure concessions which have helped foster investment. And the current president has plans for further improving the business environment in the country, implementing reforms such as decreasing the number of days needed to create a company in Brazil from 79.5 days down to the original average of 30 days. And this easing regulation in some sectors and potential amendments to the tax system should help as well. In addition, the Brazilian government encourages and promotes FDI. The National Investment Bank, one of the largest development banks in the world, encourages foreign investment and most of the barriers to foreign investors have been removed, particularly on the stock market, and there are a very large number of public companies have been privatized, and many sectors were deregulated over the last 15 years.
Hello everyone, my name is Liu Yixiao. This part is a summary. Generally speaking, from different perspectives, the international strength is nothing more than merging and creating other local enterprise and developing them into their own subsidiaries for their promotion and business cooperation. However, from the perspective of the article, Baidu's entry into the business market is not only it is because the unique internationalization strength is combined with the times to create products that meet the requirements of the times. When Baidu enters brings with technicals or relevant international events will be produced. On the one hand, Greece, one of the 5 BRIC countries in the world, has the most growing and fast emerging industries market in the world. On the other hand, on a related level, Baidu uses emerging tactical industries to the degree of relevant. Important projects with the Brazilian government has been recently completed, and it also the all-round cooperation between Baidu and the Brazilian government. The provides talents and wrong materials, while Baidu provides technologies and talent training strategies, response and is what is prominent the national of technical and enterprise. From this point of view, the internationalization strength implemented by Baidu is not only different from the expansion of overseas markets and business planning of internet. Comparing the traditional things, but it can also be seen that Baidu is committed to developing of technology sharing. That Baidu has the conditions for its nano transmission technologies, and at the same time, the page hopes to use its own strength and action to break the barriers of technological and hope to achieve the purpose of technologies sharing. That's all. Thank you for listening to our speech.